Never let nobody make you feel ashamed for how you make your money and how you take care of the things that you got going on.
Independent contractor gig worker here. Mind you, you have the great possibility to make more than the average check, which is about $500 to $1,200. You have the possibility to make that in 4 days as opposed to 7. You work when you want to work. You can work in surges, meaning you can work for 3 months, and let's say you're a great steward of your money. You stack your paper, and you go on vacation for a month. Come back to it. Most people can't. A month or a half. Most people can't do that. You don't have. If you're a good steward of your money, you can do it for a while. Invest your money right. Never look back to doing this again. Um, you can pick your schedules. You're not a slave to your schedule. Um, and also, you never, when you do DoorDash, Amazon Flex, the gig apps, you never look at the 9 to 5 world the same. Meaning, you never walk into that world ever again and say, I need this, because you know where somebody is willing to pay you more for less of your time. Like, and what I mean by that is this. You know somebody who will pay you $20 an hour for 4 hours of work instead of 7. Doing 7. That same amount of work for $15 to $14 an hour for 7 hours to 8 hours to 10 hours of your time. And you can do a DoorDash for $20 an hour, basically, and work for 4 hours and get the same pay that you would do a 10-hour day for the same money. And I say that because I've done both. That's why I say it's not even about shame. It's really about uneducation. People who are not educated about how the multiple ways you can skin a cat. I tell people all the time about the different gig apps I've done. I made 20,000 here. I made 30,000 here. I made 50,000 here. I made 10,000 here, etc., etc. And I made 10,000. Let's say I made 10,000 in 60 days. Right? So, again, the potential is a lot better on your side than it is their side. It's not even shame. It's really lack of education and lack of risk to reward. Because as a person who's doing W-2 contracting now versus 1099, I had to understand, where I'm doing 10 hours a day for something I can go spend 4 hours doing something else. Like, if I had a car, I'd be doing exactly what he's doing. Amazon Flex. I wouldn't probably be doing DoorDash. I'd probably be doing Uber or Lyft. And I'd be doing probably medical carrier, right? And you can make more as a medical carrier delivering a heart or an organ that you would make in 3 days at a job. So I hear that where people say they try to shame you, quote unquote, for your money. But really, like I said earlier, it's lack of education and lack of risk. Because when you're doing more of what we both do, there's more risk involved. There's more lack of security. And really, there's no security nowhere, but whatever. There's less lack of security. There's less. Okay, here's something that less prediction of schedule. Here's what I talked about with ChatGPT and the many things that we talk about that I want people to understand with 1099 versus W-2, right? There is no security, because a job, especially in a lot of different states, like the one I am in now, Atlanta, Georgia, they can fire you at any moment for nothing. And they don't have to, just because they don't like the air you breathe and they can't stand your guts, they can fire you. And now that they don't have to give any explanation for them firing you, there is no real security. The only security, quote unquote, that you have with a job is the demand of employees. Like, what that means is, if you do your job really well, but you're not the best personality, they rather put up with you because they don't care to go through the training and the risk of dealing with somebody who's less qualified work-wise. They rather work the shit out of you. And really, you have a nasty personality because the environment fucking sucks, because you're short-staffed, etc., etc., etc. The beauty about doing like an Amazon Flex is that you can do your shift and get the fuck on. But when you're an Amazon, from my intuitive understanding, when you're an Amazon worker, you have to deal with all the bullshit that comes with Amazon. And I was just up at 4 o'clock this morning, 5 o'clock this morning, looking up what an Amazon driver has to deal with. And it's a lot of fucking bullshit. And when you know Amazon pays enough of a good enough rate, but you just don't want to deal with the bullshit, you get on Flex, make your bread, and get the fuck on. Right? And I say that about, I've worked over 80 restaurants, and it's the same shit where I've been so close to say, yeah, I want to work here. Then I start paying attention to the politics. Then I start paying attention to the managers. Then I start paying attention to the co-workers. I said, ooh, hell no. Let me just get my money and get the fuck on. You know? So, but yeah, as a person who does both, as a person who, as I'm on this video, I'm looking at a 1099 gig that I'm not taking right now. It's less bullshit. You can get in and get out. And you just have to focusing on leveraging your contract.